This year's Agribusiness Person of the Year was born in Lemon, South Dakota in October 1965 to Tim and Evelyn Dirk. As the third born of 8 children, Scott Dirk grew from humble beginnings and truly understands the value of a day's work. Tonight, we honor him for his contributions to the Black Hills Stock Show and the livestock industry. With 5 brothers and 2 sisters, Scott grew up south of Lemon on 30 acres near the Grand River. He remembers more than once using a horse's rump as a diving board for some summer fun. Scott attended grade school at Shade Hill and then attended junior high and high school in Lemon. In high school, Scott was active in FFA, serving as a District 5 officer and as chapter president his senior year. Growing up, Scott and his siblings were active in 4-H. He fondly recalls traveling to local 4-H rodeos and play days with 5 kids stuffed in the front seat of a single-seat pickup, 3 horses in the stock rack, and saddles tied to the sides. He said it was the Beverly Hillbillies, South Dakota style. Lots of fond memories were made on those trips. While the family wasn't actively involved in agriculture, Scott did a lot of day work for area ranchers growing up. He could be found helping neighbors and area ranchers at spring branding, working cattle, or helping put up hay. As a freshman in high school, Scott started working for area rancher Bob Cressley. He ran about 400 cows and a farming operation. He worked for Cressley Ranch throughout high school and during the summers after high school graduation. Upon his high school graduation in 1984, Scott attended Western Dakota Vo-Tech in Sturgis. Scott graduated from Western Dakota Vo-Tech in the spring of 1986. That fall, he embarked on a 1-year agricultural exchange to Australia. When he came back from Australia, he worked several jobs, including driving truck with his brother and working in feedlots. In 1988, he was offered a position at the Farm Forum Green Sheet in Aberdeen and began his 30-year journey into ag publishing and livestock advertising. Scott handled all the ag commercial accounts like the area machinery dealerships, local sale barns, and all livestock and horse sale advertising. A trip to his former Vo-Tech roommate's wedding reconnected Scott with his future wife, Shannon. The couple was married May 9, 1992. They made their home near Groton on 20 acres along the James River. Their home was about 30 feet from the edge of the river. Shannon said the river front view was great except for April, when the home became an island as the river flowed around it. Scott jokes that fishing from the front porch was a little easier. Scott worked at the Green Sheet for 10 years. In 1998, he was hired at the Western Livestock Reporter to replace a retiring Stan Allen. While Scott worked for Western Livestock Reporter, he and Shannon's first child, Austin, was born in 1999. The twins, Chase and Shaylee, followed in May of 2003. Born 10 weeks premature, both babies spent time in their neonatal intensive care unit in Sioux Falls. In July of 2003, Tri-State Neighbor was looking to establish a Western South Dakota sales representative and approached Scott about the position. It would require a relocation to the west side of the state, but the young family was ready for a change of scenery. In the fall of 2003, the family moved west. Within a 3-week period of time, they sold the place in Groton, bought a place near Vail, packed and moved, and finally daughter Shaylee was released from the hospital in Sioux Falls. Oh, and Scott started his new position with the Tri-State Neighbor October 1, 2003. Shannon and Scott said the support of family on both ends of the state made those crazy weeks possible. Building on the customer base he established over the years, Scott continued to build a reputation as a ringman, but also for guidance to his customers in marketing their cattle or horses. It was during his time with the Tri-State Neighbor that he began his relationship with Black Hills Stock Show and the Central States Fair. In 2010, Scott made the move to Tri-State Livestock News. He says the ranchers and horse producers he works with are amazing. Scott says cattle and horse producers are loyal as long as you keep working hard for them. The relationships are lasting, and many of his customers have followed him on his journey. Hired as a field representative, Scott is now Director of Field Services for Tri-State Livestock News. He says Tri-State Livestock News has survived some tough times, including a stint of no field service being offered under one owner. Scott said the publication has truly undergone a transformation in recent years. It is corporate-owned but locally managed, with a staff that was either born into agriculture married into agriculture, or is actively working in agriculture today. He's quick to credit the exceptional leadership and staff and loyal readers for today's success of Tri-State Livestock News. The relationship between Black Hills Stock Show and Tri-State Livestock News is a true partnership and benefits both organizations. The Black Hills Stock Show staff credits the strength of the relationship to Scott's ability to listen to both sides and find the right solution for everyone. Scott's job has taken him all throughout the northern High Plains, but he couldn't do it without the support of his wife and kids at home. While some families head to the lake for a long weekend, Shannon and the kids have been known to jump in with Scott traveling to a sale for some family time. For his continued dedication to improving livestock marketing and his support of the Black Hills Stock Show and Central States Fair, we honor as our 2018 Agri-Business Person of the Year, Scott Dirk.